has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Antonio Dreadnoughts and the Las Vegas Raiders. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They'll run on first down. Gets through and now an opening. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Not only an explosive play, but an explosive run. I mean, broken tackles along the way to pick up that yardage.
The way things kept churning for him. Feet were moving. The legs were driving. Looks like someone who spent his offseason working on hill work, running through sand, all the things that you want to build up those leg muscles.
Now he's going to throw deeper. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. That's out to the left and complete. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They've got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
You're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football. Throwing on 1st down. Conley. And right away, he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. Costly turnover there as the ball will be spotted 1st and goal at the 5-yard line. A little careless success with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, two hands. Get two hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Well, it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They're running 1 yard line.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this. The second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
10 at the 1 yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw from his end zone. Conley flush to his right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield. But they never did.
Got to be careful here. Backed up this deep on 3rd down. Open man is Stewart. It's complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. 17 yards there on 3rd down as they pick up a 1st and 10.
First down.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Complete.
They got 29 yards that time.
Of 29 yards.
A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. From the gun, Conley looking middle, and it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Conley. Throwing right, and that's complete. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Operating from the gun, Conley. And he's got this one complete to Stewart. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 39.
13 yards.
They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And down he goes, brought down a Raiders sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and he's got room. And what a return as he brings us all the way back to the 25-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
Yeah, he did. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Well, definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. And it is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A 13-yard touchdown. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
27-yard line.
Off play action. Conley. That's taken in by Stewart. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
23 yards.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Conley. Incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 1st down. It's Hurry. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
It's the right side here, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Back to throw now on first down. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right at the line.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard?
Yes.
I mean, with all the action that's happening now, how they got here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it, they're locked into a groove, they're clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line, they're piling up the points.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
A gain of 13 yards.
Operating from the gun. Conley. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
The scoreboard tells the story for him a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete as well. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
They're going to try and throw. Complete to Stewart, right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. Now this one complete on the slant route. A gain of 6 there on first. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Raiders' 40.
From the gun, Conley. Throw left side is taken in by Stewart. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
It's a gain of 2 yards.
On 3rd down, Barrow. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Operating from the gun, Conley. And this is taken in at the 5. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
First and goal.
That one goes for 30 yards. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First and 10 at their own 10.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline.
Early on, the running game's been working well. The offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Now this throw caught left side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now, light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Past the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
A big loss on
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. This will be caught inside the 10. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the 13-year man puts it through. And the route is on. It's 24-0. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. So after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports? The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
They have enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Back to the air on second down. Conley throwing deep for Stewart. He's got a man complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 33 yards that time.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
And it's third down.
From the gun, Conley. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
And the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 29. Takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
They'll take over first down and 10.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Now the play goes for 19 yards. Gives them a new set of downs. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that,
and now here is another interception. Picked off inside the 10.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hart. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Taking on the midfield logo. Loose football. And the Raiders pick it up. You hate every fumble. You really hate that. You're going to have great field position, and then he coughed it up.
Boy, they went from elation to deflation in a hurry, didn't they? I mean, everything was working just right for them. That type of a return, that field position that they expected to have, Unfortunately, none of it came through.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. On play action, they'll throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. Looking to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They forced a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And taken at the 46. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield strike. At the 49.
At their own 49-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Stewart. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That goes as a gain of 36 on third down.
San Antonio first down.
Operating from the gun. Conley. This will be caught at about the 5. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Nice throw here right side. He holds it in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They'll run on first down. Hart. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And they wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They'll look to throw here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw here. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settled in that 1st and 10.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd.
To throw on 2nd down. Conley throwing deep for Stewart. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
It's a gain of 32. First down.
On first down, Conley dancing to his left. And that's going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing again, Conley. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the gun, Conley. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. even for those big tight ends who you would think can absorb that contact.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 19. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 30. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
That's going to be caught by Richardson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
To number 88.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
San Antonio.
Looking to throw. Conley. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 46. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The Raiders on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
And this carries into the end zone.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
To throw again. Conley. There's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well. And that would appear to be a face mask. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. On 1st and 10. Conley. And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Over 1st and 10.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48.
1-yard gain. brings up
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Again, he'll drop to throw. Side, it's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Now it looks like he'll throw here. This is caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 13. And that will set him up in excellent shape. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
1st down and goal at the 9-yard line.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll set up to throw. And it will be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. He's at the 40, 20, And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, maybe a small measure of revenge for this defense because they have been thoroughly dominated so far, but a brief bright spot there with that pick six.
Seemingly coming up for air after being dominated as you described. They get a nice play there. Probably not going to change the balance of this game, but they have to feel a little bit better about themselves after that one.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
This would be one heck of a record if he makes this. And supreme confidence in the kicker turns to supreme failure, as that is obviously no good. And the defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there.
That keeps the score.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Why were they clicking on offense?
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Las Vegas, they use the favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for San Antonio, they'll drop to 0-2. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.